and welcome to the Personal Finance Tracker Pro 2015 edition. The purpose of this software is to help individuals gain an understanding of their current financial situation and to create a plan to improve their short and long-term financial health. The Personal Finance Tracker is an Excel-based product, so all you will need to use it is Microsoft Excel. When you open up the file, you will see four unique sections: Instructions, Setup, Analytics, and Months. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through setting up the software for your unique needs, show you how to fill in the user input sections for each month, and go over the analytical tools included in the Personal Finance Tracker. First, we will navigate to Setup page 1. On this page, you'll be prompted to enter in your estimated net monthly income and your desired monthly savings. Now you can see that you have a monthly remaining budget of $1,000 that you will need to allocate. Next, you will need to choose up to 10 unique expense categories. I have some suggested categories listed for your convenience, but feel free to create your own. Once you choose your categories, you will need to assign a monthly budget to each one. Notice that as you allocate money to your budget, your overall remaining budget will decrease. The goal here is to make the remaining budget equal $0. Once you have completed setting up your budget, navigate back to the home page. Next, we will open up Setup page 2. On this page, you will enter in all of your liability accounts, asset accounts, and retirement accounts. I have included some examples of each, but this is by no means a complete list. You can enter in up to 6 liability accounts, 6 asset accounts, and 5 retirement accounts. I will just enter in one of each for the purposes of this tutorial, but the user will enter in a complete list of their personal accounts. Now we have completed all the initial setup and can navigate back to the home page. Next, the user will need to fill out a monthly expense and account balance report. The first step is to fill in all of your expenses for the month. You can see that your custom expense categories have been imported into the monthly report page. I recommend to keep track of your expenses on your phone throughout the month and to just enter them all in at once. After you have entered in your expenses, you will need to update your account balances. For the first monthly report you complete, you will need to enter in the beginning balance, but for every subsequent month, you will only need to fill out the end of month balance. The final step is to record the actual amount of money you brought in for the month, as this may vary from the estimated net monthly income you entered on Setup page 1. This concludes the information that the user will need to enter for each month. The user will be able to view their current net worth at the end of each month, which is the difference between all of the liability accounts and the sum of the asset and retirement accounts. The user will also see a monthly expense summary that will show them how much they spent in each category, as well as how much they went over or under on their budget. And finally, the user can see a visual representation of their monthly inflow, outflow, and net change. Next, we'll take a look at the financial analytics tools included in the software. Since this file doesn't have much data inputted, I will open up a separate file with more data so the financial analytics tools will make more sense. Here we can see there are a range of analytical tools available, the first of which is titled Cash Flow. This will show you throughout the year how much inflow, outflow, and net change you had for each monthly period. The next three analytical pages are titled Liability Accounts, Asset Accounts, and Retirement Accounts. Each one will show you your balances for each of these accounts throughout the year for each month. Ideally, we want liabilities declining and asset and retirement accounts increasing. The next tool is your expenses timeline. Each chart will have a white dotted line. This will be set based on your custom budget that you set for each category on Setup Page 1. Here you can easily see if you are consistently coming in over, under, or on par with your budget. You can also see if you are trending up, down, or flat in each expense category. The next tool is titled Budget Tracking. This is essentially a numerical representation of the last slide. You can see how you did on your budget in every month and every category in one convenient location. You can also see how you came in on your overall budget for each month over here. And you can also see how the budget status looks in each category for the remainder of the year. The Yearly Activity tool will show you a number of figures. The top left chart will keep track of your trailing net income and net worth throughout the year. Please note the left axis designates your trailing net income, while the right axis designates your net worth. The top right and bottom left plots will illustrate your total expenses for the year broken down into percentages and total dollar amounts. And lastly, the bottom right chart will show your overall inflow, outflow, and net change for the year. The last tool is the end of year report. This can be viewed throughout the year, but will not be completely filled out until you've filled out your final December monthly report. This will show you your starting and ending balances for each account you own, how much you spent in each expense category throughout the year, as well as how your actual spending compared with your planned budget. And finally, it will show you your yearly inflow, outflow, net change, and net worth as soon as you fill out your final December report. This completes the tutorial of the Personal Finance Tracker Pro. Thank you for watching, and I hope you decide to invest in this valuable product and take control of your financial future.